Stoicism teaches us the enduring truth of self-worth and self-respect. It reminds us that our value is not tied to someone else's whims, moods, or changing availability. Within Stoic philosophy, we find an anchoring, a deep, unshakable sense of stability that originates from within. We begin to understand that it's more than acceptable to have boundaries. It's essential we learn to stand up for our dignity, not out of arrogance, but in acknowledgement of our inherent worth. We are not here to be on standby for someone else's convenience. And so the next time you feel like you're being kept on the sidelines, waiting for a reply, waiting for someone to finally see you, remember what Stoicism teaches. You are not a pawn in someone else's fleeting game. You are a whole person with thoughts, with feelings, with worth. When we start to live in alignment with Stoic principles, something powerful happens. We become less vulnerable to manipulation. We grow more resilient. We find our center and we step into a quiet, commanding control over our own lives. So take a deep breath, remind yourself of your value, and never allow anyone to play games with your heart or your mind in the theater of life. You are not a background character. You are the main act, and while selective attention from others might try to dim your light, Stoicism reminds us, your light is not dependent on their gaze. Your light comes from within. This is the Stoic anchor understanding that saying no and setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a vital act of self-care, a necessary move for your emotional and spiritual well-being. Stoicism offers profound lessons in control. It teaches us to separate the things that are in our hands, like our actions, our words, and our boundaries from those that aren't, like how others respond or judge. So when someone tries to make you feel guilty for protecting your peace, return to the teachings, focus on your own values, focus on your own virtue, and let go the weight of their judgments. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about honoring your needs, your mental space, and your emotional balance. If you constantly give in to guilt, you're handing over your power. But Stoicism teaches compassion, not just for others, but for yourself. Saying no when you need to isn't just okay. It's an act of self-love. It's proof that you matter too. Manipulators thrive on guilt. That's their weapon. But when you hold fast to Stoic principles, you become a fortress, steady, immovable, and resilient. So the next time someone tries to guilt trip you for doing what's best for you, pause, breathe. Remember what the Stoics would do. Stand firm. You are worth protecting. Stoicism also reminds us that our surroundings matter. The people we choose, the relationships we nurture. If you're in a connection where your thoughts and feelings are ignored or dismissed, it can weigh heavily. But you deserve more, much more. Genuine connection involves mutual interest. Not just speaking, but listening. Not just being present, but truly showing up for one another. The Stoics would tell us to choose our company with wisdom, to seek those who value our presence, who celebrate our inner world. A one-sided relationship is like a monologue performed to an empty theater. It's exhausting, and it slowly eroded your spirit. You deserve dialogue, exchange, mutual care. So if you find yourself investing in someone who only hears their own voice, ask yourself, is this really a connection, or is it just proximity? Without presence, you're allowed to seek more. You're allowed to require more. Stoic wisdom doesn't ask us to cut people off impulsively, but it encourages us to invest in what is nourishing. So consider this: if you're always the one giving, maybe it's time to find someone ready to give back. It's not selfish, it's wise. There's a powerful lesson in Stoicism about fairness in our interactions. When you're in conversations where only one voice matters, it creates an imbalance that slowly silences your soul. You deserve to be heard, not just politely listened to, but truly understood. Healthy communication is a two-way path. It's about give and take, about presence and participation. Stoicism teaches us to approach conversations with integrity, to speak with purpose, and to expect mutual respect in return. So if you find yourself constantly unheard, it's okay to redirect the conversation. It's okay to gently but firmly assert, "My voice matters too." This is not about demanding attention. It's about honoring your own. You're allowed to expect balance, and if someone can't offer it, Stoic wisdom gives you permission to walk away with grace. Remember, control lies in your response, your conduct, and your choices. Fairness isn't something to beg for. It's something to expect. Let go of being background noise in someone else's narrative. Reclaim your place in the dialogue. Another central teaching in Stoicism is the value of authenticity. Superficial closeness may look like connection, but without depth it's empty. Like a cake that's beautiful on the outside, but flavorless within. Real relationships feed your soul. They're rooted in mutual respect, shared growth, and deep care. So when you find yourself surrounded by shallow interactions, ones that feel more like performance than presence, lean into your Stoic compass. Seek the real, the honest, the meaningful, because life is too brief to waste on facades. Let others chase popularity or pretense you. The Stoic seeker pursue depth, sincerity, wisdom. Find those who see you, not just your surface, but your substance, and don't be afraid to walk away from those who can't meet you there. Authentic connection is not just possible, it's necessary. Finally, if you're repeatedly feeling disregarded, disrespected, or unseen, take a Stoic pause. Not to react with anger, but to respond with wisdom. This isn't about dramatic confrontations. It's about quiet, powerful clarity. Your dignity is not negotiable. And if someone continues to treat you as if it is, then it's time to stand up. Not with noise, but with calm, resolute truth you are allowed to say, "This is not acceptable," and to mean it. Stoicism teaches us that we can assert boundaries without aggression, that we can demand respect without ever raising our voice. And perhaps that's the most powerful stance of all. So as you walk through your relationships, remember, you teach others how to treat you by what you allow. Let that lesson sink in deeply. You are worthy of kindness, of presence, of respect. And if others can't see that, you don't have to convince them. You simply have to remember for yourself and act accordingly. As we close this reflection, I invite you to remember this. In the theater of life, you are the central character. Your story is yours to shape, and Stoicism is your script for strength, wisdom, and resilience. If you felt unseen or disrespected, use that experience not as a weight, but as a guide. Let it lead you to firmer boundaries, to deeper connections, to richer meaning. Let Stoic wisdom be your compass, and move forward with quiet confidence. And if this message resonated with you, if it touched something within, take the next step. Continue exploring the timeless truths of Stoicism. There's a journey ahead, and you're not alone in it. Thank you for sharing this moment. Until next time, walk with courage, clarity, and conviction.